Hi there, and welcome to another Monday edition of Lunchtime Live. My name is Nick, your regular Monday host of Lunchtime Live. If you are a regular viewer of Lunchtime Live, you know that Mondays we usually come to you from the Wild Center studio. Today, Monday, February 1st, it's such a beautiful day that it's almost a waste if we don't head outside and do a live version of the Wild Wire, our regular Monday show, to talk a little bit about some of the new things happening at the Wild Center this week, what you can come to expect, not only on site here this week, but also if you're tuning in from anywhere in the world, some of the digital programs that we have going on. And it's also a beautiful opportunity to talk about some of the new features that we have here on campus. I am broadcasting today from one of the coolest spots, quite literally on campus, the brand new, let's see if you can get a look at our brand new Adirondack chairs sculpted out of ice. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that today too, some of those new sculptures that we have on site. So I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna grab my camera, and let's do a quick tour of some of the new sculptures while we talk a little bit about new things happening on campus and digitally. So let me hop up. Let me show you these Adirondack chairs. So I turn this so you can see these Adirondack chairs sculpted out of ice were done by a gentleman out of East Syracuse, New York, by the name of Stan Kalanko. Stan is the owner and operator of the Ice Farm out of East Syracuse, New York. Stan is a renowned ice sculptor and has lended his services to the Wild Center this winter. So we are very fortunate to have some of Stan's excellent work on display here. So like I said, if you're around the Wild Center this winter, be sure to check out those sculptures. They are strewn across campus. We'll give you just a quick preview of some of those today. And then we'll leave some up to mystery. You'll have to come to the Wild Center to discover the rest. As we walk out to the rest of the trails, I'm going to point out our selection of snowshoes. Brand new this winter, our new snowshoes. And of course, those snowshoe rentals are free for everybody that visits the Wild Center. So you can come and enjoy the trails no matter what the conditions. And that means we're also passing our brand new kick sleds. You may have seen some of these in some of the videos that we have posted recently. Kick sleds, of course, are super popular in Nordic countries, and new here to the Wild Center this winter. Guests have been really getting a kick, pardon the pun, out of those kick sleds. It's been a great new addition this winter and something new for people that they haven't usually done. But in any case, if you've never done that, I suggest coming to visit and trying those out, because those are a lot of fun. We've got a few different loops around campus, beginner, intermediate, and expert. And really the only difference is length. None of the trails at the Wild Center, of course, are too treacherous or difficult to navigate. So like I said, if you're looking for something fun and to do outside this winter, come over and check out the kick sleds. As we make our way over to our next ice sculpture and turn around and show you Greenleaf Pond, which of course, if you've been following the weather in northern New York over the last week, temperatures have been cold enough that Greenleaf Pond is now perfectly safe for ice fishing. So we started our ice fishing demonstrations a couple weeks ago. Again, it's a great opportunity for those who have never been ice fishing or are new to the experience, and maybe you don't want to buy all the gear and head out there for the first time. Come to the Wild Center, try out some of the gear here, see if you can catch it. Let's actually head first into forest music. Give you a peek at one of the sculptures in there first. I think that one might be nice for people to see. So as a reminder, the Wild Center is open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, of course, Wild Lights. That happens from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and it is our outdoor lights and music extravaganza. As we walk through Forest Music right now, you may see some of the lights on. Let's talk a little bit about Wild Lights as we make our way through. Wild Lights sponsored by Merrill Thomas Incorporated. So this section that we're walking through right now is our Forest Music loop. If you're not super familiar with Forest Music, it's a 1/4 mile loop. And throughout the trail are placed 24 speakers hidden on either side of the trail. And it envelops folks and guests of the Wild Center in this truly immersive sound experience. It's this beautiful feeling that you kind of get out here that's created by those speakers on either side of the trail. We actually commissioned a group, Whatever Penny, to write a 5-piece instrumental track that is out here on Forest Music. So that stuff written by Eric Sturr, produced by Tim Segato. That winter album is actually entitled Winter, and like I said, it's the soundtrack for Wild Lights. So we have made our way to our next sculpture. As you can see, let me get my camera a little bit lower. Stan has carved 2 beautiful river otters out of ice. These river otters make their home here in Forest Music. These actually light up as well at night, creating a really cool experience. All right, so let's move on to our next spot. As we leave Forest Music, we're going to head across the Rainbow Bridge to check out our next ice sculpture. So as we head over, let me tell you a little bit more about what's happening coming up soon at the Wild Center. Of course, like I said, Forest Music, Wild Lights happens every Friday and Saturday. Those reservations can be made separately, but also if you visit the Wild Center during the daytime, that also includes admission to Wild Lights. So, if you come at 2 o'clock to try out the kick sleds and see the otters run around, you're more than welcome to stay through the evening until Wild Lights starts to check that out. So a couple different options for visiting this winter. The other thing that I should point out visitation-wise is Winter Week is coming up. So from February 12th through the 21st, the Wild Center is open daily from 10 a.m. to now 7 p.m. through Wild Lights. So if you happen to be on winter break yourself, if schools are out, come by and check us out. Like I said, a lot of things happening here on a daily basis, whether it's checking out some of the live animals that call the Wild Center home, or trying your hand at ice fishing or kick sledding, or seeing some of these ice sculptures. A lot to do here this winter. So we are making our way across Rainbow Bridge. I'm going to turn the camera on so you can get a nice glimpse of Greenleaf Pond on this beautiful Monday afternoon in Tupper Lake. It's a little chilly. We're still in the single digits here, but we're expecting a high of around 20 today, which feels almost tropical at this point after a few days of single digits and negative temperatures. What else can we talk about? Coming up Tuesday, February 9th is our next installment of the Wild Center's Animal Club. That is a virtual club that folks can take part in. We're actually featuring some of our feathered friends at the Wild Center on Tuesday, February 9th. It's a chance for folks, whether, like I said, you're in the Adirondacks or you're located anywhere around the world, to interact with some of the Wild Center naturalists and animal care, as well as some of the animals that call the Wild Center home. So we are featuring some feathered friends on Tuesday, February 9th. You can get more information on that at wildcenter.org/calendar. Find the calendar listing. Like I said, that's going to be a lot of fun. The first one that we did a couple weeks ago was very popular and successful, so definitely check out that program. Become a member of the Wild Center's Animal Club. Speaking of animals, we are at our next ice sculpture. So let's turn the camera around and give you a view of beautiful fish making its home just outside of Greenleaf Pond naturally. I think that this is one of the more beautiful sculptures on site, especially when the sun begins to set and the lights are lighting the fish up. It truly makes this really beautiful effect on this one in particular. So thank you again to Stan Kalanko of the Ice Farm in East Syracuse for creating these sculptures for us. Like I said, this is only a preview. There are a couple more on the way out to Wild Walk. So, you know, if you want to see the rest of those sculptures, be sure to come visit us on site Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, or like I said, every day during winter week. So that is going to wrap up this edition of the Wild Wire. Thank you very much for tuning in to not only this edition of Lunchtime Live, but to all of our digital programs happening every single day, 7 days a week at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time right here on our Facebook page. Also on our website, wildcenter.org/digital. You can watch these broadcasts there. You can do everything from taking a virtual tour where you can walk around our exhibit hall from the comfort of your own couch. You can even head out to Wild Walk with that virtual visit, so be sure to do that. We've got educational programs like Nature Lab that happen every single week. You can learn more about that at wildcenter.org/digital. So again, thank you very much for tuning into this edition of Lunchtime Live presents the Wild Wire. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody have a great week.